Hey everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day. My day has been very well, the past few weeks, sorry, my hair is a mess. It's annoying me. The past few weeks have been very draining for me. And I was speaking with a friend of mine who's an empath and an intuitive, and she's such a beautiful soul. And she was telling me that my cells are reconnecting. And the reason for that is I went through a very surreal healing experience. My stepbrother passed away a couple of weeks ago. May he rest in peace. And when I went to the funeral, I had a very peaceful experience. Now, it was sad, of course, because I lost my brother. But it was peaceful in the way that I was able to heal from past traumas. And I was able to let old feelings and resentments go and just be in the moment. And it was a very, very amazing feeling. And so when I was talking with my friend, she explained that letting that go, that was literally a piece of me. That wasn't just a feeling or emotion, but it was literally tied into my DNA. And by letting it go, it left like an empty space. So my cells in my body are literally reconnecting and shifting to kind of close up that missing piece. And because of that, that is why I've been feeling so mentally and physically drained this past couple of weeks. Anyway, of course, whenever you... Sorry, my husband. He distracted me for a moment. But whenever you let something go, it always leaves room for something else to come in. And with that, it has finally given me the awareness to reconnect with what I feel is what I should be focusing on in my life. As many know, or maybe you don't, I don't usually share it, but growing up, my mom was a psychic medium. Now, she didn't do this as a business. This was just a way of life. This was just who she was. And I remember being 3 or 4 years old, sitting at her feet, listening to her tell us stories about how she would, like a story of seeing her dad's best friend who had passed away, standing at her bedside at the exact moment he passed. Her being able to describe what it was like when my step-cousin was born, as if she was there in the room. And of course she wasn't, but she knew who was there, who wasn't there, what the room looked like, and she could describe all of this in detail. Sorry, my hair is still, I need to wash it. It's disgusting, but regardless. She was able to tell all this to my step-uncle before he described it to her. And so, like I said, this was just a way of life. And I can remember, unlike some kids would be scared of this, I was fascinated. I loved hearing her stories as she was telling to her friends. I remember being a little kid thinking our neighborhood was haunted because, I was a kid. There was particularly a house across the street that was a rental home, and I didn't get that at like 5 or 6 years old. So me and my friends were like, oh, people are moving out because it's haunted. They'd stay for about 6 months, and then they'd move out. And we're like, they moved because it's haunted. There's got to be a ghost there. That's the only explanation. Why would they leave? So I was trying to like peek through the garage, of course, when nobody was living there. Trying to find, a glimpse of a spirit or some paranormal. We'd go on mock ghost hunts. My best friend and I had a seance at 10 years old. And this, was my way of trying to experience the paranormal at a young age when I didn't understand, exactly how things work. Fast forward, moved with my dad, who was more rational. He wasn't into all that paranormal stuff. He was a Christian. Of course, my mom was too, but she still, because she had these abilities, she was more open to the possibilities. Whereas my dad was like, that's, you don't mess with that stuff. He was, very, very much Christian, and this is what you do. Even though the man drank and smoked and, did unchristian things, he still was a Christian. Regardless, that got me away from these things. I mean, I still enjoyed it from a spectator, but I wasn't as passionate about it as I was as a kid. But, I've always been interested in watching ghost hunters and, listening to podcasts about ghosts, and always thinking it would be so cool to do those things myself, but thinking there was no way. That was not the life for me. That was not what, there was no way I could get into that life. So talking with a friend and explaining, this is what I've always wanted to do. She's like, well, why don't you focus your business towards that genre? Work with, psychics and mediums and, ghost hunting teams. Open your services up to those kind of people. That way, I get the excitement that I get, the passion of being in that realm. And it may give me a chance to open doors into getting more into what, to be honest, my dream job would be to be a paranormal investigator. That would just light me up to be able to get out there, see ghosts, and experience all of that. But again, I thought, there's no way I can do that. I mean, I'm not going to go ghost hunting on my own. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to open myself up to, the dangers of that, the liability of that. But working with people in that field opens me up to the possibilities of maybe getting into paranormal investigating. I would love to be like Cindy Kaza or Chris Fleming, going in and my natural abilities opening up and being able to commune with the spirits in that way, as well as getting, EVPs and, proof of afterlife. So, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to shift my business. I'm still going to work with ADHD women, but I'm going to do it with ADHD spiritually aligned women. Sorry, my phone needs to be charged, so I'm going to cut it here, but have a wonderful day, and I look forward to working with you if you need any assistance. Let me know, and have a wonderful day. Bye.